Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, you guessed it, that of another The Goblin King classic. And today, we are celebrating this Christmas season. Only 6 days away! Can y'all believe it? We're celebrating this Christmas season. Getting a little closer to it by, drawing that of a delightful Christmas, just spectacle, right? I've had this idea of what Christmas means to me, the Goblin King, and I just needed to put it down on. Well, I just need to put it down on paper, right? So I got my virtual paper right here, my virtual pen in my hand, my not so virtual monster in my other hand, and with all those factors combined, let's get into it. Alrighty. So what do we have first? Well, if I'm to be honest, what we really got to get going on is, yeah, something like this. You know, it's not quite Christmas unless there's at least a tree in front. And to me, this is what Christmas really means. One big old dead tree in the middle, surrounded by gifts. Gifts for all, right? Gifts that the Goblin King just would love to receive. So yeah, of course I got my P.O. box open. Just ship the presents y'all want to give me to the Goblin Kingdom. P.O. box is 1. The number is 1 because the Goblin King is always, you guessed it, number 1. Alrighty, well, now that we got this beautiful tree going on here, right? Old Saint Nick would look at this and go, ah, man, y'all look broke. He would probably go like that, right? You know, I'm not the one telling old Saint Nick to give proportionally impoverished gifts to poor kids, right? Santa, where was my Lamborghini, right? This guy has the ability to gift it, but he just doesn't. Capitalist swine. That's all I'm saying, right? You can't have a Christmas tree without a star on top. A Patrick star on top. Oh, look at that. You got Patrick Star up there. Look at him. And, well, you can't have Patrick Star without, you guessed it, SpongeBob. Spatangla-tanglan-bob. Hello, Spatanglan. You know, my favorite character from SpongeBob has to be the Goblin King. Now, if y'all don't remember that episode that the Goblin King, showed up in, were y'all really paying attention? I was in a few seasons of that show. I remember when Steven Hillenberg, he was like, the Goblin King, why aren't you in my show? And I said, well, because you're just not as creative as I, the Goblin King. Let me conjure up some images for you. And then, well, I did. I conjured up some images for him. And then, ever since that day, he just had me in SpongeBob. I'm surprised y'all missed me. I was in seasons about from 1 till 53. Now, if y'all wonder where those other seasons went, well, that's in the Goblin King show. You know, SpongeBob wasn't doing too hot, so they just fully went into the Goblin King show. I made roughly $1 billion off that. I'm surprised y'all didn't watch that too well. I watched it. $1 million. Oh my God, that's a nice leg right there. Baby, where did you get such fine legs from? Must be an undersea, deep sea creature. That leg, not as pretty. This leg, I might look at. I might ogle. This leg looks like you got some underlying health concerns. You might want to get checked out, if I'm to be frank. Beautiful. And what do we have going on here? Well, he's just got to be Spananglin-tanglin-bob, Spananglin-tanglin-bob, Spananglin-tanglin-bob. So if you don't say it 3 times, he shows up late at night. And honestly, having a guest show up that late at night, not that fun. If any of y'all have ever hosted a party at 4 a.m., I'm going to be honest, what are we doing, right? I host all my parties at 3 a.m., not 4 a.m. You know, you're really holding it pretty late, right? Pretty late in the night. 3 a.m., a nice time to hold a party. 4 a.m.? Come on. We're already asleep. We're already snoozing. You got to get up to it. You got to get up to it. Tua. Hawk Tua. On the note of Hawk Tua. Dude, I sunk all my money into Homer Uchiha coin, and It's starting to dip down a little. I think I should just wait off and see if my money comes back. Am I right, guys? For all those people saying yes to Goblin King, you should look at this little trickster. Look at that. This little fella right here is trying to like deceive me. This is an untrustworthy smile. How I got so much untrust built up right here, beyond me. Well, of course, of course I gotta, decorate him. It's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. So you gotta say it 2 times or else Santa will show up and, well, then he'll give you the meanest blowjob. And I just can't take those. He really does leave me squirming. Thank you, Santa Claus, for doing that for me. Whoa, me, the Goblin King. Now, looking at all this, you might be wondering, well, you've got SpongeBob, the classic. You've got the Christmas tree, another classic. But are we all forgetting about a little somebody? I think we are. Oh, yeah, my favorite fella. You guessed it, guys. We had to get the Lorax in here. But we couldn't afford all the Lorax, so we can only afford his upper half. In all honesty, really shouldn't have sunk the budget into getting The Rock to show up, if I'm to be honest. You know, paying that guy $50 million to show up in my drawing, was that needed? No, it wasn't. Alright, beautiful. And then, did I say the Lorax? Because it's not the Lorax. It's anything but the Lorax. Y'all trusted me? Hilarious. Y'all trust the Goblin King to say anything but untruths and deceitful wishes. To all those people that trusted me, thank you. Because it isn't the Lorax, and you're an idiot. God, I swear. I put a nice little V on there. Fuck, dude. I'll do this. Suddenly, he's a Wonder Woman fan. His size correlates directly to being a Wonder Woman fan, as we are all aware. Oh, yeah, nice. And he made it himself because he also can't afford it because he's in his mother's basement with this guy. If you find yourself in a room with somebody that looks like this at you, you kind of already fucked up. You might as well do a hard reset. If you're going any percent speedrun in life, you made it. If you're trying to do anything with your life, you didn't quite make it. Beautiful. And of course, we have this little table thing, little thing up here. But what's on there? Well, of course, when Santa shows up with all the gifts, he's gonna want some milk and cookies. Oh. You know, last time Santa stopped by, I made him a nice set of cookies, and that rat bastard only ate like 1 bite of my cookie. I get he's got a lot of cookies he's got to eat, right? He's really invested in cookie coin. But I'm going to be honest, man. It would have been a little more appreciated if he just, I don't know, had at least half the cookie, but 1 bite. Was it not good enough? I followed the instructions on the box. He's also perturbed. Look at him. He's just like, my goodness. I can't believe that Santa didn't eat more than 1 bite of the Goblin King's cookie. And you know why he can't believe that? Because it's me, the Goblin King. Oh, that's me. What can I say? I'm a big, stinky green fella. And I guess, if the picture is right, my favorite movie was Wonder Woman. So I'll handle that accordingly. Beautiful. And of course, what do we got? Little guy over here giving? Well, of course he's giving me, the Goblin King, a Furby. Who wouldn't want a Furby? Probably not me. Last time I interacted with a Furby, it was in accepting circumstances, if I'm to be frank. I looked down at the Furby. It literally had no skin on there, and I looked at it and I was like, ooh, this is a disgusting freak. And after looking down at the Furby, well, it started saying things to me, creepy as shit. It didn't help that it was also in my friend's closet, and I was like 8. All those factors stacked together didn't quite add well for the Goblin King's experience, if I'm to be frank. However, I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know why? Because the Goblin King's experience is better than yours. Because I am worth more. You know why? Because you're a worthless goblin. But I, the Goblin King, am not a worthless goblin. I'm a very worthwhile goblin. If y'all are worth a penny, I'm probably about worth 2 pennies, which is worth more than 1 penny. Not too much worth it, but it's up there. Beautiful. Look at that. Got an elf hat on. You know why? Because SpongeBob is giving off elf energy. He's giving off bottom twink energy right here. Look at that. And he's wearing his flannel pajamas. Because you guessed it, guys. The Goblin King confirmed in a relationship with SpongeBob. Steven Hillenberg was like, hey, pal, it's pretty rude, you know. You and I are like friends, and SpongeBob's like a child to me. And I was like, well, I'm not going to stop that. I love SpongeBob. I'm going to keep loving SpongeBob. And then he died of natural causes. Unrelated to me and SpongeBob falling in love and my fascination with Wonder Woman. Unrelated. Beautiful. And here we are. I got my nice oatmeal raisin cookies. Y'all thought these were chocolate chip cookies? No, they're oatmeal raisin cookies. If y'all thought anything else, there's a reason why Santa took 1 bite. Infamously known as the worst cookies, oatmeal raisin. My favorite cookie, however, oatmeal raisin. Y'all heard it here first. The Goblin King's favorite cookie is oatmeal raisin. Y'all know why it's my favorite? I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all can guess in the comments down below. And regardless of what y'all say, I'm going to say it's not right. Because I like to lie. I like to lie to you, the goblins. I like to be deceitful to you, the goblins. And you eat it up, the goblins. Yes, the goblins. Yes. And then we got disgusting carpet. And the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm realizing the wall isn't the carpet. Carpet is honestly pretty gross though sometimes, guys. I used to work at a retail agency that would sell carpet in bulk. And I used to hear war stories about what the installers would have to remove from houses, like what the old carpet was. And in in one of the houses, they complained to management, you know, because it goes, the customer asks something, we can't do it because it's literally impossible, and then they complain to management and somebody gets fired as usual. Beautiful. What should my Wonder Woman shirt be? I'm feeling like cheese yellow or cheese-ish orange. It wasn't originally this color. However, it's fine. It's honestly fine. But yeah, so I was working in this retail place that sold carpet and other things. But this one like older couple, they ordered some carpet, as one does from a retail agency that sells carpet. They purchased some carpet to get installed at their abode, and when the installers showed up to install the carpet, the usual thing is they'll have somebody tear up the old carpet, or they'll do it themselves to save money. And then they'll just go in and install the carpet and take out the old carpet and take it to a proper plant to get processed, right? But well, these people, these nasty fuckers, they had their carpet all balled up, and the people, they refused to simply take it. They were like, no, we're not going to take this carpet. It's a biohazard, right? Keyword, biohazard. Now, for all those 3-year-olds out there that I know aren't there, I've looked at my analytics. For all those 40-year-olds that are fucking oafs that don't know what biohazard stands for, it stands for not good. It stands for yucky, yucky, get away from me, this is gross, right? Well, so for the biohazard carpet, the installers wouldn't take it because, you know, yucky, yucky. We get a complaint about it. We hear back from the installers, you know, why the fuck didn't y'all install it? And they proceed to tell us about how how this fucking lady and her husband had carpet that was covered in piss and shit, like actual fecal, bro, spiz, all over the carpet from, I guess, they're animals, but there was still like fecal and physical matter in the carpet. And it was like reeking, so they just didn't even touch it because they would need, like, I don't know, a flamethrower perhaps, preferably. And they didn't have that. So, as one would imagine, They didn't fucking touch it because, in all honesty, I've used this line a few times myself. They don't pay me enough for that shit. If I was in their shoes, I'd be like, well, they're not paying me enough for that. And with that in mind, I'm not getting paid enough to do this. This Furby's not paying me. This SpongeBob's not paying me. I, however, am paying myself. With what, you might be asking? A fresh monster. Ooh. And with that in mind, it looks as though we have come to a close on this beautiful Christmas portrait. We've got me, the Goblin King, balancing oatmeal raisin cookies with a fresh glass of oat milk on top of my plate. Beautiful. If Santa doesn't get around to it, I sure will. Then we've got Spinanglimbob, looking rather deceitful and devious with his elf hat up there and looking quite twinkish. Then we've got our little Furby down there making just a racket, a ruckus, causing a commotion in his penile-shaped form. Then we've got our little tree back there, our little spindly Johnny tree with, you guessed it, Patrick Star up top. And who else but, of course, the Goblin King's dearest friend, the gnome, from episodes 1 and 2 of the Goblin King. Beautiful, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I had as much of fun recording this as y'all did watching it, of course. But without further ado, before y'all click off, don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and guys, you guessed it, I'll see ya in the next video. Bye-bye.